Good morning, friends! Very special guest this morning for a quick hello. This is Mojo, my very own not so wonkle cat. As you can see, she's very unimpressed and pushing herself as far away as possible from me. She's trying to social distance. I'm sorry, I'm invading your personal space. You may go. Born free! Now, who wants to do some drawing? Today we're going to do bunnies. I have prepared myself somewhat because I have very poor spatial reasoning by setting up the board, but don't worry, we're going to go step by step. So, everyone got their pencil and paper ready? Let's begin. So, basic shape to start with, we want a circle, okay? Just a circle on your page, ignore the rest of it, just a circle, okay? Really good. So, some more shapes on top of that. We might like to have a smaller circle on top of that. So it kind of looks like a magic 8 ball with the window facing down towards where your bunny is going to be facing, in that direction. And you can go ahead and add this leaf shape here, which is a bit like so, that's its ear. Now, last time I made a video, it was very long and rambling. And as much as my manic energy was appreciated, I'm going to try and cut the ramble somewhat today and actually do a little bit more instruction. Hopefully we can keep this a little bit more streamlined. Perhaps. We'll see. So I'm not promising anything. Okay. Top half of the body, we want another... Remember what we called it last time? It was like a joiny bit. So just another kind of circly, eggy, overly shaped... I'm doing it again. Underneath your top circle, okay, so that's the top half of its body. In fact, I have a useful learning aid. I'm above you. There is a thing in an inconvenient spot, but I just saw it, and so I thought I would mention, like, okay, so here we have our little bunny statue. It's kind of this part here, the chest. They've got like quite a pushy out little bunny chest. So we've got our bunny chest. Now, bigger bunny bottom. Reason bunnies have a slightly bigger bottom is because they've got to support those really strong hind kicking legs. So I don't know if you've seen Bambi. Please don't sue me, Disney. I don't know if you've seen Bambi. I'm pretty sure I can still refer to it without being taken to court. But anyway, Thumper and his girlfriend, kind of like a little bit thicker down the bottom because they've got to have those big thumping legs. Oh wow, look how high I can get my leg. Thumping legs, okay? So we've got our lower part here, which again is another one of those joiny bits, bigger this time. And for the hind legs, remember how we did with the cat? It's another circle on top. So this one is closer to you, so you can see that one. This one is behind the body, so we're only going to do half a sort of circly joiny bit there. I really have to work on my terminology, but anyway, you can see we've got the lower 2 legs and feet. Less like the cat's feet because these are longer and flatter. You've got to have those big thumping paws, okay? So they're kind of like leaf shapes too, down the bottom, okay? Top ones you can see are being held up like this time. So not like this bunny, he's got all his feet on the ground. This bunny's sitting up like this. I don't know how many people have bunnies at home. I have a bunny and her name is Florence and she is a big white loaf. She doesn't do much. She sits, she eats, she poops and peeps, and she eats holes in my couch, which I've not been very impressed about. Lately, she's eaten a hole in the rug. She's also, actually I'm not making bunnies sound very good. They're actually very good pets. They do require a bit more care than I think people realise. So if you're going to adopt a bunny, make sure that you're prepared to take care of it and contain those screams of rage if you find anything eaten that shouldn't be eaten. Ideally, you'll keep your bunny away from things that it shouldn't bite, especially power cords. Very important. Okay, so we have this little paws up like that. I'm just going to draw some little lines there to indicate the top half of the arm, okay? So, and like so. Okay, we're going to shore all these up because remember, these first lines I'm drawing, I try to keep them light in case we want to rub anything out later, okay? Tail, bit of a leaf shape again. You can make yours fluffy if you want. another method for doing a tail, which is probably a bit more like the classic cartoon style, is to do a bit of a cloudy cotton wool ball. Boop, 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 boop. We all remember that kind of tail from, like, you know, our Easter eggs or our cartoons on a Saturday morning. I don't know, am I getting too retro here? Cartoons are on all the time now because Netflix and things. I'm going to get sued by Netflix. I'm pretty sure I can still mention them. Of course I can still mention them. What am I talking about? Anyway, I'm rambling again. I'm going to go back to the leaf design. I prefer that. It's a little bit of a little leaf tail. Now, this ear is closest to us. We can see that one. The other ear, because bunnies have their ears sort of like on either side of their head, might not be visible because our bunny is facing this way. That ear is behind the head, so I'm going to draw the back of it just there. And one thing you can do when you've got something behind something else is you might want to add a little bit of shade. So either with lines, or you can shade it in with your pencil. Now that looks a bit funny because I haven't done any other detail, but if I want to show up my ear, probably it might make up a little bit more sense. Okay. So a little bit of shade there behind that ear if you want to. I'm adding details before I've added facial features, so now we are going to do our light construction lines. Because my face is pointing in this direction, it's not front on, I'm doing my construction lines facing that way as well, so that's the front of the face. The front of the face is pointing kind of this way, so I've got my line there rather than in the center. I do want to cross like that. That's going to be our guideline for where we put the eyes. Now, I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit too fast. Feel free to pause the video at any point if I'm zooming along, but I've got 2 bunny poses to do today, and I don't want a really super duper long video today because last time I looked at the time and I was like, wow, I really did talk and take a very long time to draw a wonkle cat. So I'm going to attempt to be speedier. Okay, so nose. Bunny noses, you can still do the same little triangle nose that we did for cats. It varies from interpretation to interpretation, which means some people draw it different. You can just have a little V, which is probably what I'm going to do, slight variation. So down in this circle, or weird egg shape, on our line, little V for the nose, little twitchy nose, and I'm just going to do like a little slight little line on the top just to indicate that that's sort of where the top ends, but I'm not going to fully join it together. I'll do a little bit of a line down the center, and like a cat's mouth, little W. So we have a little bunny mouth now. Next we're going to do some eyes. So on this side the eye will be bigger because, as you can see, it's closest to us. I'm going to do some roundish eyes. So this one's bigger. This one you can only see half of because part of its face is somewhat obscured because of the angle. So this eye closest to you will be bigger. Okay. Now when we're doing rabbit eyes, if you've ever seen a rabbit, in fact red's probably the most appropriate colour because my rabbit's eyes, she's actually a red-eyed white rabbit. Hers are fully red. So you can do an eye like this, which is fully coloured, except for a shine of light. Or you can have a mostly coloured in one, it's up to you. But I think in my case, I'm going to do a partially coloured one like so. So I'm just going to still give it pupils and irises like so. Okay, but don't forget you can do a fully coloured one if you want to. I might do that for my other bunny. I'm just going to give it some little eyebrows to make it look kind of expressive and cute. Now bunnies can be very furry or they can be a little bit smoother, so it's up to you how furry you want to make your bunny. I might just add a bit of fur here and there, so around the side of the face. Fur, 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 fur. Remember how we did fur? The zigs and the zags, pulling the spikes up or down in the direction we want, so this fur is pushed back on its head. But then I might have it a little bit smoother around the face here. Okay, so that's my head done. What I might do, since I'm up to that, is just rub out some of these construction lines here so you can start to see a bit more what's going on. You don't have to rub yours out yet if you don't want to. But see, once you start to get rid of things like this little circle here, probably should do my construction lines a little bit lighter. It's a bit different drawing on a whiteboard to drawing on paper. The experience is completely different. I found that out the first time I did a workshop. It's like, holy moly, this is hard and embarrassing. Oh, there's the phone. Oh, you'll just have to wait. I'm in the middle of filming a YouTube video. Okay, so we've got our bunny face like so. If you want, you can put a bit of a line in the ear because they've got the inside of the ear, a little bit of hair in the direction that the ear is pointing. Okay, so I'm going to put some fur a little bit here, maybe just a bit, and some toes on the paws. This bunny's actually got quite long paws, I've realised. You might want to make yours smaller and cuter. These shapes, you can just alter the size depending on how big your bunny's arms and paws are going to be. So I might add a little bit of extra fur there. See how I've just added some lines? That can indicate fur. So I'm going to fur the body like so. Fur, 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 fur. Just a little bit there. A little bit there. Bit on the tum-tum. Nice little bunny tum-tum. All bunnies do is eat. They've got to constantly eat so that the digestive system stay active. They're an interesting animal like that. They actually have to eat almost all the time to keep their bellies running well. So they need a lot of hay. The stereotype is that they need lots of carrots, but that's not true. Mostly they eat hay, sometimes a little bit of pellets, and leafy greens is good bunny care. Lots of water as well, they need water. So just on our tail, I might actually add a little bit of fur spikage there and just a bit at the base. And I might even add a bit more there to show a top and a bottom. So that's my bunny there. Now for a different pose, and I'm just going to zoom through this one a little bit quicker. I've got a bunny leaping. So again, circle for the head, okay? Might just do some construction lines straight away for where we're going to have the face. All right. Those leaf shapes for the ears. This is a shape for the top half of the body and one for the back half of the body. So we've got a bit of a bread loaf shape here and another one of those joiny bits. I've accidentally put a little bit of fur on there. I didn't need to do that at this stage, but anyway, that's just an old artist habit of mine. Immediately fur everywhere, which is a bit like my house at the moment because all of my animals are shedding. It's good for my hay fever and my asthma. It's really, really great. Do you know what sarcasm is, kids? Maybe we'll talk about that another time. Okay, so here is front leg. I'm just going to do some little tapered kind of bendy half banana shapes there for the leaping legs, okay? Back leg, again, we've got that thick upper hind leg, but then we've got the feet popping out behind it. So I might actually put that one down there. So we've got one that you can see in the front and one that you can see in the back. And we've got a tail. Yep. Okay. So we can start adding in some features if you've got that much. Oh, can you see? So little nose there. And this time, like I said, I might do some of those fully coloured in eyes because they're nice and simple. And easy to do. So we've just coloured them in like that. You can do yours any colour you want. Like I said, my bunnies are red-eyed white, so probably if you did a nice pink or red, that would look pretty cool, but it's completely up to you. A little mouth there. So just shore up these lines. Now because this bunny's head is facing down, I find with my rabbit you can't actually see all of its jaw. You can only sort of see a little bit of its chin poking out. So that's what I'm going to do for this one. Actually that kind of looks like a very big chinned bunny. It's looking kind of, who's someone with a big chin? Do you kids know who Willem Dafoe is? Probably not. But anyway, I'm going to draw some long ears on this one. You can see this bunny's kind of got his ears back. This bunny's got her ears up in the air. There we go. Or their ears, I should say. I don't know. This is a bunny. Boy, girl, or non-binary bunny. So yeah, they have little paws like so. And some fur down the bottom. And there you have it. We have got our leaping bunny. I'm going to rub out my construction lines now. You can take your time to do this. I'm being a bit willy-nilly. Because honestly, I just want it to be over. No, I'm joking. But you know, I'm always like just waiting to watch back and see how ridiculous I am. So here we go. We are getting rid of all of those extra lines that we don't need on our buns. I was sent some really lovely drawings last time, guys, of people that attempted to draw wonkle cat with me. I really appreciated that. So if you want to do the same with your bunnies, please feel free, because I would love to see them and potentially to share them. I might share some of my wonkle cat sketches today that people have sent me. I'll add those after the video. But yeah, here we go. And you can just shore up your lines that you want to keep. I'll keep that. And a bit of extra fur. Maybe a little bit extra in the ears. A little bit there. Yeah. Bunnies do have small whiskers. You can add whiskers if you want to. I'm not going to. I like my bunnies without whiskers. I think they're cute. Very cute little animals. Alright, so with Easter coming up, you might find these drawing tips handy to make some Easter cards, although you might want to include a bilby instead of a bunny, a nice little native animal. But as I said, I like bunnies. I just do. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Thanks for joining me today for another video. I don't think that it's going to be much better than the last one. So again, apologies for a fairly awful video. I might get better at this, maybe, if I keep doing it. I'm not sure. If you would like to subscribe and live in hope, feel free. I'd like that. I know that that's one of the things you're supposed to do when you have a YouTube video. You encourage people to subscribe and smash that like button. But that sounds quite rough. So perhaps you could just politely click the like button. That would be nice as well. Okay, thank you and goodbye. I nearly forgot I was gonna show a close-up of today's bunny drawings as well. So here we are. We have a sitting and a leaping bunny. Thank you again. Subscribe, like those things that you do on a YouTube video channel thingy. Okay, bye. La 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 la